Hello, glorious audience, and welcome to another episode of Prison Architect by Hoofed Assassin. So, last time, we got our delivery and our garbage areas, I guess, if you will, set up. And this time, we're going to do something that I figured out is essential, no matter who you are or what you're doing. The first thing you always have to do is go over here, and go to fence, and fence off your perimeter, because if you don't, your prisoners will most definitely escape. And you're probably saying right now, oh, you missed a hole over there. No, I noticed it. I'll go back and get it in just a second here. I have had prisoners escape before. That's why I know this. And they cost a lot to, when they escape, they cost a lot. So, that is something you have to do. I'm not entirely sure how much that costs. It may be free because it doesn't have a $10 per square foot or anything marker on it. But, either way, it's a necessary expense to keep from, well, losing expense. So the next thing we're going to do is, going to go over here. I think I'm going to line everything with a road as my path for right now. Just because I think it looks a little bit better than any of these tiles or anything. And hold on one second. Okay. I don't really know. Their walking speed on it is normal, whereas this stuff, it's fast, I guess, but I just don't really care for the looks. Maybe if we do concrete floor, it'll look alright. Oh, you can't do floors. Okay, so it'd be tiles out here as a path. Alright, well, anyway. Whatever the autosave, whatever the thing I plan on using. First thing we have to do is we'll go up here to the corner of our map and build a foundation for our power and water supplies. And they're going to be out of the way, so they're going to cost a little bit more to run wires for. But honestly, it's worth it. Because I don't know, maybe it's not really worth it and it's just a mental thing, but it's worth it to me. So, we're going to come down a little bit and build them right about here. Now, we want these to be 7 by 7 because that is a perfect square for our generator to go in here, and you can still build around it. And if you don't like 7 by 7, you could honestly go 7 by... I mean, you can go whatever you want. But let's try 7 by 8. That way we can build the capacitors all the way around it. And then our water pump will be in a 7 by 7. I build it about 4 blocks away and do a 7 by 7. And then we will go in here, and I think I'll put regular doors on these because this area is going to be fenced off. And then we'll tell them to go to utilities. We'll put our power station in here, and we'll put a couple capacitors to start out. We won't put 4. But as you can see, your capacitors can line this now completely without obstructing any of your front area here. And we'll put our water pump in here. And that should be good for right now. Now, what we're going to do is we need to build a holding cell, which we'll want somewhere somewhat close to the deliveries. And I like to make it somewhat big so that I don't have to move people quite so much. But you might want differently. Let's see, 20... You gotta account for the walls, so let's do 22 by 10. And that's gonna require a door as well. And we'll put door right here so that it lines up with this path. And something, you don't want to pause for too long, because sometimes you get an autosave and it'll mess up anything you've laid. So we'll go ahead and unpause it and let them do their thing. And actually I do kind of like that path, so that's not too bad. But now once we get the holding cell done, we'll kind of build everything off of that. But what I'm going to try to do is we'll have the power stuff over here, and we'll have the offices right in here or toward this area, and then we'll have the yard right here, and we'll have the offices looking out onto the yard. The canteen will be somewhere over here. The bathroom will be right next to this, because I want the bathroom to be next to the water supply. Water piping can kind of be a pain in the neck. And the canteen will be somewhat close to the power supply, so it'll probably be right in here, so I don't have to run wires all over the place too bad anyway. And then the kitchen, I mean, will be right there. The canteen will be right in here. And so it'll kind of all work out. But we definitely want to get this fence up first and get these foundations done. And actually, to be honest, we'll probably go ahead and hire 2 more workers, because 10 is not bad. It's not going to cost me too much more. I mean, they're only, let's see, a guard is $100 a day, or I mean a worker. Everything else is 100 except for the warden as well. So it's actually not that bad. Just means I can have more people doing more stuff is all. But they'll get that fence up. And, oh wow, they're working on it this way too. That's cool. I was wondering where all of them went. This place is dark. Once they get the fence up and those built, we'll lay out some more foundations. But I don't want to do too many foundations at a time, because the foundations, if you don't get a foundation down right, it can kind of screw up everything. So, while we're waiting, we'll go in and we'll look at what a holding cell needs to be a holding cell. It needs a minimum 5x5 area, which we've got. It needs to be indoors, which it automatically is by building a foundation. It needs a toilet and a bench. So, what the heck? Huh. Cannot construct there for some reason. Wait, can I construct there? Huh. That's weird. Failed 2 times. No route. Can they do it down here? Okay, maybe you can't do it all the way. Okay, you can't do it on that wall. So, let's pause it real fast. Go to Materials, Fence, and cancel all of these. And we'll build it on this wall instead. I did not know that. Alright, so those are all done. Now hopefully we'll build on that one. Yes, I can. Alright. So that outlines the perimeter. Now we know that we can't build there. at least. They've got these foundations done, so what we're going to do is we'll pause again, and we'll start to lay out some more of our foundations for the moment. The first thing we want is, we'll just go down the list, it's easier. We want a shower. So, we want it somewhere over here next to the water pumps. So let's put it right about here. And we'll do it excluding a wall area of 2 by 2. We'll do 10 by 10. And then we'll go over here. We need to add a door to that as well. Let's do a large door on this. And then we're gonna do, what's next? We don't want to do a yard yet because a yard can be kind of complicated. I haven't really figured it all out yet. I usually try to do a foundation for it, but I'd like to see it where I can just do a fenced off area. So we'll get to that later, but right now we'll do a kitchen. And our kitchen actually needs to be somewhat large, but it also needs to fit over in this general area. So for right now we'll just do it about like that, and that's probably plenty big. I mean, that's 13 by, let's do 13 by 13, that works. And then we'll put our cantina down in here, so plenty of room for people to eat. 24, we'll do, there we go, 23 by 23, which is a little bit of an odd number, but, and then that's all the stuff we need, but we also need offices and a warden and everything, so we'll get to that in just a second. First, we've got 3 of these buildings that we need to get built and take care of. So we're going to go to objects, and we'll just do a regular jail door on, actually we'll probably do a regular door, that's fine. And then we'll turn it here. Have 2 doors, and then we'll go over here to the shower. The shower has a door. The cantina needs a door now. And we'll go ahead and put in a couple large doors here. And then we will set out a path. What we want to do first is take this fence and run it out. To where we can fit a path in here. And fence that area off. That way only certain people can get through there. And then we'll fence off the rest of this area as well. Because this is where our offices are going to be. And then we'll place doors every so often so that people can actually get in. Like we'll place a door, not utilities, objects. We'll place a jail door. We'll, let's see. Place a jail door probably right here. Like right there. And then we'll place one over here. And then we'll place them over here when we're actually building stuff over in this area. But for now, that's probably good. We'll replace the fence that we took out right there. And then we'll tell them to lay some concrete tiles. We'll have it go to this. We'll stretch it around here. Have it go to that door. Go over here to this door. We'll probably take this fence and extend it one. And then take out this. And that should be good for the moment. I'll bring this concrete by here as well. And then we can unpause it and watch. Because they have a ton of stuff to build. He's actually building that water pump now he's finally doing that. I am hungry. I am always hungry. Something you'll notice about me. Right now, it looks like they may or may not have a problem with one of the walls here because it's up against this fence. I don't think it'll cause too much of a problem though. Fencing looks kind of cool. What's all the wrench work? Oh, it's them. Okay. One of the other things that we'll need to do is hook this up to the power grid at some point. Is it even on? Turn it on. Oh, I see. Well, I guess it wouldn't be using any power because nothing's connected. So let's run down here and attach the water pump. I don't care. That's your list. They have a ton of work to do, so it's going to take them a little while to get through with everything. I wonder if that fence is really going to work the way I want it to. I hope so. But if it does, then these guys will have a place to go back and forth without being attacked by mobs. And I'm not sure if the cooks have to directly bring the food to the canteen or not. I'm not sure how that all works. But we'll kind of try to adapt it to that. Maybe make a path, a fenced path here, where people can go in and out. This looks like it's not going to build. Doors are opening. They did not lay stuff on the corners here. Are you serious? Laid stuff there though. I think they're just trying to mess with me. That one built fine. I think they think they're done with this, but it's not doing anything. Job queued. Failed one time, why? Why are you failing? I may have made it too big. Right click to cancel. I don't want to cancel it though. What I want to do... No, we'll demolish. See if taking out these walls will help any. Right now they're still doing all this fence. It's going to take them forever to do that fence. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pause it. And I'll join back up with you guys once they're done with all the fencing and see if this becomes a problem or not. So, like, subscribe, comment, tell me what I did wrong, what I can do better, all that good stuff they always say. And thanks for watching. Stay tuned to watch the next episode.